Easy people, this is a demonstration of using the mother ducker on the Akai Force. So I'm going to show you the end result and then try and take you through how I came to this. I've decided right now what I'm going to try and do going forward is only use entirely what you get with this machine. Yeah, that means everybody's on the same level playing field. So hopefully that's going to help. Right, so with that in mind, I'm going to go and find some soups. I'm going to go through some loops and samples and see what I can find. Okay, I found this one here. I'll give you a quick play of it. I'm going to bypass what I would have normally done. I'm just going to load that straight into the pool because I already know I'm going to chop this up. So I'm going to load that into the pool and then I'm going to go to menu, go to sample, edit, and I'm going to chop this up. And what I like to do is I like to use the queue. So I can go through the queue. I'll start with the first slice because I'm going to chop this up in slices. So I've done the first slice by making sure there's a slice at the top, which is 1. And then I'm going to go through the queue. And that's going to be my second point. My third. I think that's it. I prefer that because I know it's definitely what I want. So then shift, and then I'm going to go to convert and convert that. A good tip is to use pad parameters. Pad parameters means if I change anything in a slice, it's not going to affect the other slice. So I'm going to do it. I'll go to notes and I'll go to this one where it is. I'm going to be putting everything into everything except this vocal here, what I'm speaking on. It's going to be into a submix. And that submix is going to be sidechained by this vocal. So I'll go to the submix. There we are. I'm going to put that mother ducker on because I'm going to use that as my sidechain thing. Right. And then that's going to sidechain anything which is going through it. I'll go back to here. That's the input. So that input now, I'm going to fix that gate a little bit more. It's a bit too choppy for my liking. Okay, so I put the mother ducker on this channel. Too loud. There, so now that's fine. I can talk over that. I'll do it a bit more. So yeah, I don't have to yell. You can hear what I'm saying, and at the same time I've got the music. So I'm going to be back again when I've done a bit more to this. I've just worked some little kind of riff out. What I've gone is I've gone to knobs, I've changed to screen. And if you're in Matrix while you're in screen, you get access to the main basics basically. And I'm going to add a bit of swing to this because I want it to be a bit groovy. So I've done it at 16ths and then it's swinging. Now I'm going to look for a kit. I'm just going to choose the first kit, so it's this kit. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to do a beat. It's a normal house 4/4 job. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. So don't forget to put it into the sub so you can hear me talk. Yeah, so you can hear me talk now. And I'll add in the claps and extra things now as we go. Okay, so another thing what makes this work really fast, I've just added a plugin there. My favourite sound, as I've said in previous vids, is a piano, because I know where I am with the piano. So I'll get a piano on, and what I can do is use the piano to find out what the key of this idea that I've made up. The way I can do that is by playing it a bit. So I'm just going to play the first note, because he usually is it. So that's like bing, bing. So, all right. So it's C. Might be wrong, might be right. The easiest way of doing it is playing, and if I make sure this by shift and note is in scales mode, at the moment it's in C major. So I always say the tip is, usually 9 times out of 10 this works, is if it sounds mysterious or sad or like strange or anything, it's usually in a minor chord. 9 out of 10 times that's true, right? I'm taking a guess at this, it's C minor, because it's a bit more mysterious, and usually you tend to find that when it's not happy, it usually is in a minor chord. I'm simplifying music theory a load here, but the easiest way to say it is usually it'll be in a minor chord. And now, if I'm playing these up there, because the scale is the same here, if I do it there, it's the same as going upwards by 3. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's the same as going across all the way to 8. Hopefully that makes sense what I just said. And if I go like this, all the notes should sound right. Again, the word right is simplifying the way, you know what I mean. It won't sound weird. So I could hear that it was that, so that's cool. Okay, so now that I've used the piano to find the scale, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift clip, which is a shortcut, and I'm going to change that to a bass. So there's a couple of ways I can make that lower. I can just press shift and octave and lower it, or I can go into shift and notes and lower it there. Same difference. I'll shift an octave. Whatever. One of them is going to sound all right in theory. Let's see. So, here we go. Yeah, it's got something to it, I think. Okay. I'll clear that bummy note there. So, how am I going to sidechain that? I'm going to sidechain the bass so that the bass is got more of a pump to it by making it drop. No, I'm going to do the chords first. So that chord sample, I'm going to put on the mother ducker, right? And I'm going to tell it that I want the drums to be the thing that affects that. Now, because I'm already using one of the sidechain things, if I was to leave it, it would be ducked by what the other input was. So remember, if you're using more than one mother ducker and you want it to be running for certain instruments, you have to use the bus. Now, the greatest thing about this is you've got 8 buses, so that's plenty to use. At the moment, in submix 1, I am using this input here, the one that I'm speaking to sidechain the submix 1 of the mother ducker in the submix. So the overall mix, so that you can hear me while the music's on, is coming through bus 1 of this mother ducker. This next one, what I'm going to be using here, for the drums to duck that sample is going to be on bus 2. So this is a different mother ducker, and this mother ducker is on bus 2. So any signals that are coming into this mother ducker here, bus 2, would now just be affecting just them sounds. Let's see how that is on the CPU. It's not doing anything to the CPU. So that's great. You can keep going till the cows come home. This has got a lot of processing power. So now that's going to be ducking that signal. So when I play that, there you go. So now that's affecting that. And then I can do to taste, so give it more pump. Yeah. I'm liking that. Maybe I might even sidechain that bass. Let's see how it sounds at the more. So, because I want that bass to come in and like boom, boom, I'm going to actually press shift and mixer, go to the drums. So now I'm in the drum channel, and on this kick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mother ducker on just this kick. So I'm going to set up a new bus, and that bus is going to be bus 3, because this is a separate mother ducker. Go back to there. Well, go back to the mixer, the main mixer. So that was a sub mixer. So remember, shift and mixer is sub mixer. So this is just the mixer for just this instrument here. So if you look, there was a reverb on the clap. I got rid of it because I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really bothered, but it's there if I want it, but I'm all right. I'll keep it off there. So now I'm going to go back to the main mixer, and I'm going to say I want the bass when it comes in, doom, doom, to affect that kick. So it's going to duck that kick. So let's see what happens now. So can you see, when the bass comes in, it cuts out. I'll sidechain this one in here. If I use the new shift edit, and I'll just create a new sound, which is just easier. And then I just find the notes in it. So I'll use that, and then I'll sidechain that. But I'll sidechain it using something that already exists. Can I do that? We'll see. I'm going to put in the mother ducker again, and I want it to do the drums. So all I have to do is put this mother ducker in, and I need to know what bus the drums were on. So what bus were the drums on? It was on bus 2, because I'm using bus 1 to speak to you with already. So bus 2, and then I'll go back to mixer again, and don't forget, everything that except for that wants to be on a sub. So now I've got that, and the beauty thing is I can control how that mother ducker affects the sound, so how rough that, how much of that I want ducking. So what's interesting is, because I just played it in live, it's done it the wrong way around, so I need to swap them around. So a quick way of doing that would be just to double it, and then all I have to do is trim it. So I'll just go shift and then double, so it's double the length. So now that's double that length, and then I'll zoom out because I put it on track. I kept the knobs on to track so that it just changes to certain things. So I'll zoom out, and this is the wrong way around. I want it da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So all I need to do is go clip, and I'll move the start of that. That's where I want it to start, and do the loop start as well. And I want it 2 bars. So there. And then all I have to do is trim clip. That's it. So this is with it off. But now this is with it on. And then what I can do from there, I've never even checked this. So is there a pan? I think there probably is. I forgot a modulation because we were going to modulate the sound. Let's see, is there an auto pan? Is there any kind of pan here? Oh, right, yeah. So we'll add an auto pan in for that. So hopefully that should go back and forth. In fact, see is the presets. All right, cool. Fast pan. See what that's like. Yeah, there you go. So we've got that. What else should we do? We'll do one more. We'll do a vocal. So I'm gonna have a look for a vocal, and I'll be back. So I chose something, and this yeah, and let me put it into the sub outs so I can speak. So I've chose this sound. I haven't seen if it's in context, so it'll be interesting. Let's see. We'll work out together if it works in context. It's just like the sound of the yeah. So let's see what happens now. Here we go. So what's interesting is I like that, but it's not yaying in the right place for me. Let's sidechain that in as well. We'll have the drums mess with that. And again, like I said, I could really go into that. I could have sliced that up and mess with that. I want to show patch phrases, so I might do that on my next one. A lot of people might not really know that much about patch phrases or think, oh, there's no point using them, and there is. They're really good, especially with this, especially when you want it to mess with the pitch. Here's the end result of something that I did in sidechaining. Yeah,